Greetings everyone. Hey, thanks for joining me. Hey Capricorn, this is your June reading. So welcome, settle down and listen to what comes your way. 4 different decks of cards. The first 3 are tarot cards. This one is an oracle deck for the chakras. I wouldn't use too many from this deck because they're very powerful anyhow. They do give a wonderful ability to tap into our healing processes through mind, body, spirit and soul, but I think 1 or 2 in a general reading is more than ample. June's astrology is a little more settled than it has previously been. We have the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere on the 21st of June, and we have the winter solstice down in the southern hemisphere. So it's kind of a celebration of light, whether it's a lot of light or a lack of light, depending on where you're living. But it's about focusing on the sun and its energies of life that it gives us, and, you know, creative inspiration as well. The other thing is Saturn goes retrograde on the same day as the summer solstice and the winter solstice, the 21st of June. So I have done most of all the shuffling just previously to starting the video, but I will do a little bit more for you guys just so that you can see that the cards aren't stacked or anything, that it's all genuine. I just think, oh, there was something interesting in there. I just think people get a little bit bored with all the shuffling. I thought I saw one of these cards sitting in the deck. I did. So I wonder what one it is. Oh, it's the Hanged Man. Perhaps we'll put it out because it was in there where it shouldn't be. Okay, so just a little bit more shuffling. And this deck here, the Morgan Greer Tarot. Just a little bit of shuffling for you guys. And the John Holland Psychic Tarot deals a lot with colour interpretation as well in this deck. I actually love this deck. I think it's very precise, and it's very warming and nurturing as well. And a little bit for the chakras. Just a couple, because as I say, I have actually done all of the, well, not all of the shuffling, but a lot previously. So we've got that Hanged Man. You might say, was it meant to come into the reading? Perhaps not, but it's ended up there. I quite like the Hanged Man. It is a major arcana. It does talk to us very succinctly about big changes in our life. So a change in direction or being at a crossroad. Now this can be in any different perspective of your life. For each and every one of you, this could mean something different. Because it's a major arcana, it does tend to mean something relatively significant. So perhaps you're at this crossroad in your life wondering, do you go left or right, up or down? It tends to slow us down a little bit as well, because it's here to make us think and really think about the decisions and the choices that seem to be just in front of us or just around the corner. So starting off like that and randomly pulling it out of a hidden deck of cards does seem as though it was meant to pop in for the reading. I also think sometimes there's normally illumination of the head in a lot of the other decks, and so sometimes you can get head pain or neck pain or something around this part of your body that needs some sort of physical adjustment or attention. Now I notice, as beautiful as it is, the sun is really shining on the table, so perhaps I will change that out in a minute. I'll see what happens, because it looks like it's fading already. The next deck I'm going to is this one. Oh wow, the third eye chakra. Beautiful colouring coming through there. This is about understanding your intuition and listening to the messages that you receive, which will in the end give you answers and insight onto the journey that you are heading on, and to help you at your soul's level of growth and direction. So very, not successful, but it's a very good card to be tuning into. Again, it could reference that there is a slight block in this part of your body. And of course, the third eye chakra is right up here in between the eyebrows. So I did mention before about the head, and I said there might be problems in that area. So some of you might find that there is a physical pain, or that your intuition has been blocked and that you've needed to expand or open the third eye to receive your messages, to help discover this journey that you're on and to make the right choices and decisions. Unblocking it, you can do meditations, you can wear this beautiful purple color, you can eat the purple foods, do exercises for the eyes and the eyebrows and that part of the head and mind. You can do dream interpretations. You can have Reiki healing or light healing done as well. So plenty of options that you could decide to do. Well, I've ended up over here, so let's see what this one is. Oh, wow. So we're in the same area. We're still in this kind of, from a different deck, right? So we're still in this third eye area or the crown chakra. So coming back to this whole discussion about the mind or the head or the thoughts around you, you know, what are your thoughts and where are they leading you to? And have you opened yourself up enough, and are you listening to your higher self or your gut instinct? So this one is guidance, and it says support, love, signs and direction. So perhaps I will get the book and read this message for you, because it seems like all of the cards we've just picking are giving quite a succinct message. They're not letting us go, are they, per se? So I will read to you from the book. Ooh, that's me again, knocking the tripod again. Sometimes it feels as though we are all alone, that we are struggling to find our way and no one is there to help. When we feel we are without guidance, it is usually because we are ignoring the wisdom, signs and support that are trying to reach us through the subtle realms of higher knowing. When we try to force things with blind determination or disregard the subtle messages that life gives us, this is like ignoring the directions of a compass on a journey, then wondering why we don't end up where we want to be. We are all guided and supported throughout our lives. There is a constant source of love from the forces of higher beings, angels and guides. We are part of the miracle and the workings of the universe. When we ask for help and guidance, the universe always responds, orchestrating all manner of moments and circumstance to help align our steps. Guidance may come with a subtle shift of light or wind direction, through symbols in a dream or the lyrics of a song, through the quiet voice in your meditative writing or the words of a passing conversation. In order to receive the messages that life's higher realms may have for us, we may need to raise our sense of awareness in the moment. Be still, present, and have faith that you are supported and guided always. It is time to open yourself to the guidance available to you now. If there is an area of life in which you feel you need support, be willing to ask and then receive in whatever form it comes. The more you acknowledge the energy of guidance, the more clearly you will recognize it, therefore making it easier to utilize it in your life, bringing feelings of empowerment and the ability to move into flow-filled action and new levels of synchronistic connection to life. Breathe deeply and give thanks. Know that you are being guided and supported right now especially when you find yourself in a place like this where your life decisions are being made. You need to connect with yourself, and you need to listen to the higher self, and you need to know that there is guidance and to have faith and to open up to it. So yeah, what an amazingly spiritual and powerful beginning to your reading. You know, you're getting some very special messages that are coming to you from the cosmic realm, from the light workers, and we had all this beautiful sun shining on the table. So I love your reading, and it feels very etheric. It feels very celestial, as if there is some sort of celestial energy in the room. It's got this beautiful, maybe it's the mauvey colours, but there's this beautiful feeling or energy. Let's see then what's coming next. Wow. Number 11, balance, of course, is the Justice card, and it doesn't come out that often. Now, the Justice can often refer to a Libran person as well, and it's talking about balance. And what is the Hanged Man doing? He's balancing. So possibly for some of you, there's a Libran in your life where either balance is required, or this is something to do with this decision you're making or the direction you're going. But the Justice card is a very karmic one, and it's about life's cycles or the soul passage or contracts that we've made. So sometimes this is like a karmic event beginning or ending for you. These two cards seem to fit quite snugly together, and I'm not really sure why. He's upright and this one's upside down, and they're both just one person. For any of you, this card can represent going through something like a breakup or a legal obligation, or, you know, like when a marriage is finished and the documents come through, or when a business has been sold and it's broken up as such. So things like this can turn up when the Justice card comes out. So it can be about finishing off these karmic cycles and having the need to sort which direction you were going in for moving forward. So yeah, that jolly Hanged Man, he really did want to come out, didn't he? He was in the most odd of places. That's two that came. Well, that's lovely, because you have this wonderful appreciation from someone who is looking at you and saying, thank you, I really appreciate you. Now, I have not seen that card come out before at all. I don't think once. So take it for what it is. Someone appreciates you, and they are literally saying thank you. And it looks to me as though it could be a woman. So whether if you're a female watching this, this could be a friend or like a sister or even a mother or grandmother or a co-worker. For some of you, of course, it could still be a romantic partner. And if you're a man, then this could be a romantic partner for you, or again, a sister, co-worker, yada yada. But these two were connected. So this is Archangel Gabriel. Beautiful. You've got more angelic celestial energy coming in, and this is to do with the throat. So we're still in, you know, we're still up in this head, neck and shoulders area. Some of you may need to get all of these parts checked for some reason, get them looked into. But this is about communication as well. Now remember, communication is also about listening. And what did it say from these cards? It said, listen to the cosmic energies, listen to guidance, listen to the signs, find them, listen to them for direction. This is exactly what this Hanged Man is doing. He's seeking which direction to go in. So Gabriel can also be called upon by you people to ask for guidance and direction and insight and messages, whatever way they are delivered to you. But we're still back in this wonderful celestial energy as well. So these messages are tying in quite succinctly. I feel as though there's like one like a big event for some of you, or something big happening that so far a lot of this is tied into one way or another. Nice, another angel coming in, another celestial light worker for you, the angel of strength. So know that if there's been something trying, or if you are trying to find which way to go, or sort something out, or find resolve, you can call upon strength, either your own strength or some sort of external guidance and strength from archangels or light helpers or your higher self, or from hearing something, or from communicating something as well. And really, we're still back in the celestial world, because this is the moon card, and this talks about our shadow self, about the fact that we all have a shadow, and that sometimes we are afraid to connect with it because it's the hidden stuff or the things that we fear. It's often that part of us that we are afraid to put forth, because it tells us to take a risk or try something new. So again, it's sort of talking to you about listening to the guidance, listening to your whole self, being not afraid to go on the road and take the steps forward, So the moon card can also represent things that happen at night, or have been in hiding, have been under the guise of a cover, and whether or not you are ready to bring them out or open up to them or take them into another dimension. It's also about connecting your whole self. So instead of having yourself been fragmented off somewhere, like this guy here in the shade and this one getting the light, it's about integrating. So integrating yourself so that you can move forward in confidence into the direction that you want to go. The moon can also reference water sign people and contracts that might be signed. It can also mean it's a very intuitive time, a time when you trust your gut instinct or the messages that come to you through the third eye or the crown chakra, the spiritual messages. King of Rods, fire sign, usually a man, could be older, may play a role for you, could be someone who is like a boss or an entrepreneur, or a person who gives you creative ideas, or just plays a role in your life one way or another. If it's not him, the King of Rods tends to say there's quite a bit of passion or fire or ideas coming forth. The Kings are very positive cards. He is creative and he's passionate and he's driven. So this could be you about something in your life at the moment, feeling, like fired up and ready to go and ready to rock and roll. Lovely, the Ace of Cups. Again, this is just beautiful. It's a very celestial, spirit-driven card. It's almost like energy coming in from the white light, the helpers, the cosmic sources. It comes in as quite an intense feeling of love quite often. This can be about new relationships, the bonding of trust and the forming of something that is special. It can also be about closeness, conception, fertility, sexuality. And it's also ideas, it's also love, it's also opportunities of. It can be the freeing up of your own emotions, which of course we've tapped into these emotions through these type of things, through this, knowing that you've got support, love, direction and guidance. The moon is a little bit about emotions and tapping into them. Even the balance in many ways. The Justice card is about our whole spiritual, emotional experience, not just the physical one. So you see the colour palette even, it's quite cosmic looking, with the kind of the blues and the purples, as if we're up in space. I get the feeling that this month of June for you guys is pertaining to a lot of not necessarily physical manifestation down here on earth, but it's much more in the background, like the soul work or this feeling of something more celestial in the background. Oh, nice. You've had a few key, good, opportunistic cards coming in. This is the door to value. This talks about opportunities with money, possibly finances improving, could be a job offer, might be a pay rise, might be an inheritance, a windfall, just something positive around money. Boom, doesn't surprise me. Back in this celestial, look at the beautiful purple colours still. This is Archangel Uriel. This is the crown chakra, right up here at the top of the head where we started off right from the very beginning. And she is definitely with this, the guidance card. This is the Sahasrara, where we receive the celestial information that takes our soul on its next journey, on its growth forward, where it aligns our self, our higher self, our physical self. It aligns us spiritually and enlightens us on what we want, where we want to go, how we get there, how we balance it, how we find the messages, how we connect. Look at all this celestial stuff, you guys. It's a beautiful month for you in many ways because you seem to have some sort of divine intervention or celestial helpers going on that are giving you messages that are very important about your future and the direction you're taking. So I think you guys for June, you really need to connect with yourself and take the time to explore what these messages are that are coming to you and to not miss them, you know, to not tune out. You've got to be available to hear them so that you make your choices in going forward and that they are the best choices possible. So wow, beautiful reading actually, Capricorn. I think it's really empowering and it's very spiritual. There is a lovely feeling in the room, a feeling of calm and uplifting energy with all this beautiful mauve and things like that. So thank you guys for all tuning in, and I hope you have really enjoyed your reading. Take on board those messages and really connect with yourself and question what it is you want and where is your next direction headed in life. So thank you again, guys. It seems you have some big decisions and some big changes in direction, and I think it started with our first guy here, Mr. Hanged Man. So thank you all for listening, tuning in, subbing and leaving your comments. I love it when you do. Thank you everyone. Much love. Namaste.